reality had been restored, and the island had been recreated.
Look how the evil is grown, all the innocence lost. We need a new beginning, man, the vision is off. We need to wage war, yeah, we need to rage on. I'm here, war boots, I'ma buy a pair. No suits, just stripes, yeah. Grassroots is a white gear. I'm still fly like a pilot chair. Brave hearts never die in fear. I ain't a stranger to the danger. I'ma live and I'm dying here, yeah. So I'm looking up more, cause I know what I'm up for. Cause we need a change, and I'm starting an uproar. Ain't nobody can stop us. Yeah, we starting the ruckus.
The government deployed their top ground team, Ego, to explore the island. During their mission, they discovered a massive redacted bunker, completely sealed and impossible to open. But to their surprise, another group was already there, a mysterious black market faction called Alter, exploiting the island's resources. Things took a darker turn when Team Ego encountered clones of themselves, twisted versions, like corrupted opposites. In a fierce battle, Alter's version of 8-Ball defeated his original counterpart. But after eliminating him, something began to change. The clone became corrupted. The Alter clones started hunting the remaining Ego members. Behind it all lurked the true villain, Chaos Agent. He had been experimenting on clones in secret, twisting them into evil versions to build his own army of altered soldiers. At the center of the island lies a quiet patch of land with a small cabin. But strange things have begun happening. Couches, TVs, and even toilets are turning solid gold, signaling the rise of two powerful spy factions about to clash, Ghost and Shadow. Both are led by one man, Midas, a crime boss with a cursed gift, the Golden Touch. The covert teams, Ego and Alter, had long been infiltrated by agents from Ghost and Shadow. As tensions rise, these undercover operatives receive a signal through their earpieces. Their rendezvous point, the newly constructed agency, a fortified headquarters in the island center, guarded by heavily armed henchmen. But to understand this conflict, we must go back to where it all began. In his own reality, Midas stole the legendary Golden Touch from the original King Midas, leaving the former king to rot, reborn as Oro. With his newfound power and near limitless wealth, Midas built an empire of spies and secrets. Shadow. One of his first recruits was Chaos Agent, who modeled his eerie mask after the group's symbol. Midas also brought in his right-hand man, Brutus, and his brilliant daughter Jules, who became a genius engineer. Though she refused to follow in his footsteps, the bond between them remained. As Midas grew tired of Shadow's criminal legacy, he envisioned something greater. Ghost, a new beginning, a future. Where Shadow represented his dark past, Ghost embodied his ambition for control and order. Two factions, one mastermind. A war of loyalty, some to the past, others to the future. Amid this rising conflict, Midas secretly began work on an ambitious machine hidden deep beneath the agency. This was his true plan, not war, but escape. To contain his cursed touch, he once created a powerful suit, Cyclo, designed to harness and control his golden energy. With help from Jules, he enhanced the suit using a sample of the storm itself. Midas believed that by controlling the storm, he could break free from the loop.
No, everything is not stable over here. We are Janice, dial the resonance actuator to 7.2. Now, please, yes, right now.
I'm on it.
Wait. Hold on. It's not just a storm. What does that mean? Must be connected to the loop. There's no way we could have predicted that it would react this way. At this point. And that worked? How long do you think it'll hold? Good. Everything is starting to stabilize here. Nothing seems to be... What the... Are you even... Wait. Can you hear me? Hear me?
Midas's attempt to escape the loop had failed, and no mastermind escapes the consequences of their actions. The device's impact shattered the storm, causing a colossal wall of water to collapse and flood the entire island. Survivors were forced to adapt, living afloat on a world transformed. To preserve her father's legacy, Jules fortified the remains of the agency, surrounding it with towering walls and establishing a new stronghold, the Authority. But as the waters receded, a greater threat loomed. The black hole and the recreation of Reality Zero unleashed a surge of energy that rippled across the Omniverse, drawing attention from realms far beyond. Heroes and villains alike took notice. Captain America was the first to arrive, sent on a recon mission, one that would ignite the island's greatest war yet. Soon after, a crack in the earth revealed Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor, god of thunder. Drawn to reclaim his weapon and stop a looming evil, Thor descended upon the island, only to lose his memory, consumed by the loop. He was not alone. Alongside Captain America, more heroes from his world followed, each with the same mission: to stop the island's destruction before it was too late.
I brought these mighty warriors here to defend our reality. High above this strange land is where we'll prepare to stand against him. Galactus, the devourer of worlds. We must remember who we are. Storm, Iron Man, Mystique, Dr. Doom, She-Hulk, Wolverine, and I am Groot. Indeed. Our greatest war begins here. Now, we will explore this land, regain our powers, and reclaim our memories. Join us. Together, we will defeat Galactus and save all reality!
Galactus, the devourer of worlds, was coming, and he hungered for one thing: the 0 Point, the powerful energy source buried deep beneath the island. But before he could arrive, the heroes and villains from Earth 616 had to face the island's first challenge, the Loop. Upon entering it, all sentient beings, no matter how powerful, lose their memories and abilities. To regain them, they must fight their instincts and survive the island's chaos. Meanwhile, at the ruins of the agency, something stirs in the shadows. It's Halloween, and Midas returns dead. Believing their master lost, eaten by a shark no less, his loyal henchmen performed a forbidden ritual to bring him back. But the Loop plays tricks, and what they summoned wasn't Midas, but a phantom, a ghastly imitation that nearly plunged the island into darkness. In truth, the real Midas had vanished by choice, planning his return as king. As the ghost was defeated, Midas watched from the shadows, amused by their failed summoning. He wasn't ready to fall. Not yet. Back on the battlefield, Tony Stark quickly adapts. He reverse engineers the Loop's tech and discovers the island's secret. Stark uses rift beacons, like the ones the scientist once built, to bring a massive portion of Stark Industries from upstate New York onto the island. But Galactus retaliates. He unleashes Gorgers, dark mechanical spawn that tear through resistance. The heroes unite aboard the SHIELD helicarrier, summoned through the Bifrost. Stark devises a bold plan: retrofit billions of battle bus clones with gamma bombs, the same power that created the Hulk, by hacking the Loop's time mechanics. Galactus is a cosmic force so powerful he glows like a star. But Stark's plan is simple: overload him, collapse his form, and punch open a portal through space to send him back to his own realm. Day by day, Galactus draws closer to the island. And now, the plan goes into motion.
You look like someone who needs a jetpack. There you go. We gotta stop Galactus from eating the 0 point. You are free, right? Okay, energy readings are going berserk. By my calculations, if Galactus keeps absorbing the 0 point at that rate, we'll all be looking at a full reality collapse in... Doesn't matter. You know, the point is, we gotta move. You can drive a battle bus, right? Beginning transport? Now. And away we go! So I took the liberty of tinkering with your reality a bit. It's really no big deal. You can thank me later. I hacked your time loop thingy, made a few billion battle bus clones, and then turned them all into very We need to get Galactus to eat as many buses as possible before he's done with the 0. If everything goes right, it'll open a portal and send him back where he came from. Hey, look, attack drones. Cute. You know, I was hoping we'd have an excuse to try out the battle bus's laser cannons. Give them a try. Oh, almost forgot. Your lasers won't do much to the big guy, but they should make short work of those drones. You're natural. Stay on target and don't explode. How's the handling on that thing? I didn't really get the chance to test it, so it might be a little, like a bus. Bus-like. But again, you're driving a bomb, so let's be careful out there. Wow, that is really beautiful. Also really bad. We need to get him off the 0 point. Now. Okay, this is funny. Don't panic, but I think he spotted you. Hey, Blondie, got a bus over here that's getting a little hot.
Fear not. I shall divert your strange war wagon.
Plain English, Renfair. Driver, we're taking you up his arm. Just keep flying north and try not to let it freak you out, okay? Bad news, Galactus, definitely out to get you. Good news, I got the stereo working. picking up a lot of robots. Yo, mutton chops. Think you could give us a hand?
Get me up there, Bob!
Looks like he's taking the bait. Let's get you out of there. If this works, it's return to sender for all of us. And if it doesn't work, well, we had some laughs, right? Either way, you did good.
Is not possible.
You did it! Thank you, bus driver.
They did it! We're still here!
Yeah, but the 0 point is exposed. You have to go in.
Oh, come on. Last thing we need is another snapshot of me inside the loop.
No. The last thing we need is someone escaping the loop. You need to get in there and fix it.
Understood, ma'am. I'm on it.
And do not draw the attention of the 7. Jones, are you there?
I just need to stabilize the 0 point and reseal the bridge, but not let anyone escape. Easy, right? Okay. Locate the best hunters across all realities.
Signatures triangulated and defined. Execute.
This better work.
Galactus's attack tore a massive hole through the island. The island's hidden controllers could no longer remain in the shadows. At last, they revealed themselves and their true name, the Imagined Order.
No one is escaping the loop. Not on my watch. I've been gathering the greatest hunters across all realities, and I started with the best.
Along the way, he recorded audio logs documenting his journey for his superiors.
Reality log 52. Found my latest target, but I haven't been able to get him to sit still long enough to actually explain what's going on. So, coffee it is. Reality log 1015-5. Reality log MCP-82. There we go. Okay, that's dusty.
But the 0 point grew increasingly unstable, and the imagined order did nothing. The IO, overwhelmed by the consequences of their own inaction, burned through their resources and nearly broke their best agent in the process.
Reality log doesn't even matter. What's the point of recording these logs if you're not going to listen? We've lost control of the 0 point. Do you get what that means? You must not, because you're doing nothing. This is Agent Jones requesting access to restricted file 8752. This is Agent Jones requesting access to restricted file 8752. Oh, really? No time to stabilize reality, but plenty of time to revoke my credentials. This is Agent Jones requesting access to all materials related to the 7. Oh, great! Okay, if you're not gonna give me what I need, I'm just gonna have to take it. I've dedicated my life to the Order. I've given everything. And for what? To just sit back and watch reality end? That's not who we are. At least it's not who I am. Not anymore.
The 0 point is imploding. We've lost control. Save yourself.
If I don't stop this, it could destroy all existence.
You have your orders. Now get out of there.
I'm gonna do what we should have done from the very start. I'm going to the 7.
You took an oath. You're betraying everything we did for you.
I'm gonna need that. Over here. Gotcha.
Do not become the 7, Jones. Jones!
Worked. Look, I know you have no reason to trust me, but... Oh no. Hang on! I can get you to Geno.
And the sisters?
I can get you all of them. But I need your help to fix that.
You have a deal. For now.
Oh, that's very reassuring.
Time to get to work. That's our ticket home. Do not make me regret this. And get that looper ready. We don't have much time.
Looper? You again? Never mind. Look sharp. We're saving reality.
What did you do to the 0 point?
It wasn't me. There was...
With this level of entanglement, I don't know if I can fix it.
We're not giving up.
Who said anything about giving up? Stand by. Once the 0 point starts to bloom, there's no going back.
We've got portals! Not good!
Those aren't portals. Reality is breaking down.
So... we should close them?
What do you think?
Yep, gotcha. We're on it. Yes, got it.
Instability will only get worse from here. Watch out for reality waves.
Copy. We'll keep watch. Reality waves can change anything in a million. I'm a butterfly.
That was a big one. Everything all right down there?
I'm a butterfly now, so... no! There is no way this is good. But it is beautiful.
Good work. But I'm gonna need more time. Keep going.
Copy that! I see 3 more portals, but that next one is really far. I wish we could... whoa! I can teleport? Get down! We're gonna need to find a way past the hunters. Actually, never mind. You look amazing!
I've spent my whole life studying the 0 point. And this is the first time I've really seen it.
We need to move faster. I can't keep this up forever.
Hang on! I'm getting us to that 3rd portal. Oh! Reality wave! Keep with us. I feel like reality just doesn't like me. It's a good look. It suits you. How are we looking up there?
It's too much. You have to keep going.
We've only got 1 left. Hold on. We got company. Use one of those reality waves right about now. Well done. That's the last one! I think we got it! Whoa, that's intense. Okay, this next step is critical. Everything okay up there?
It's not enough. I can't stop it. But I might be able to contain the blast.
Must be sealing himself in.
You don't have to do this! You're not leaving until this is done. He needs our help. Come on!
seal off the 0 point and overload the device.
Overload the device? I'll be trapped in the loop!
We'll have to find our way back. No matter what happens, do not give up. I will find you, and you will tell me everything.
You have my word! Here we go!
No matter how isolated we are, there is a primal force that binds us all. That drives us to adapt, to journey forth in search of adventure, to never, ever give up, to face our deepest fears, no matter the consequences. Confront the darkness that lurks within. That primal force demands balance. The island has grown wild, and so must you.
In the final moments of the Zero Crisis, a last surge of energy slipped from the Spire's grasp, reshaping the island's center into a primitive village built around the towering spire itself, led by mysterious figures like Raz. The area was devoid of technology, abandoned by the Imagined Order, who had been forced to evacuate after the spire blocked all access to the 0 point hidden beneath the bridge. But the IO wasn't done. Working from other realities, they launched a covert operation to regain control of the 0 point. Their plan: drop another world's greatest detective into the loop, Batman.
A crack splits the sky above Gotham City. The Dark Knight is transported to an unfamiliar world with no memory, forced to fight an infinite loop of battles with strange new foes where all is chaos.
If he wanted to escape, he would need the 0 point, just like them. To manipulate him, they also brought in Catwoman, his longtime ally and partner, hoping that her presence would stir his memories and push him to break free. Batman soon uncovers a devastating truth. Everyone on the island comes from a different reality, each of them taken and trapped here, forced to fight in an endless cycle, their memories wiped again and again. Together, the group stumbles upon a hidden bunker buried beneath the island. After a grueling effort, they manage to break in, uncovering a vast underground facility. As they descend deeper, they're ambushed by IO guards. The battle is brutal. Lives are lost. Fishstick, fatally wounded, passes a small device to Batman with his final breath. It's a failsafe, something the IO never intended to fall into the wrong hands. It grants the user access to the island without being affected by the loop. With the device in hand, the group pushes forward and reaches the bridge, the IO's secret facility where the 0 point, the heart of all realities, is kept under control. But something is wrong. The spire, made of ancient rune-carved stone, reaches all the way down to the bridge, so it can finally heal. Determined to free it, Voyager smashes through the stone. The 0 point is exposed, and he leaps into it. But the power is too great. Voyager is torn apart, his essence scattered across the Omniverse. Still, the 0 point is freed from the spire's control. Using stolen IO technology, Batman programs coordinates to return home to Gotham City. As the portal opens, their memories come flooding back. but freedom comes at a cost. With the 0 point no longer contained, the imagined order launches its next phase, and the boss is finally revealed. Dr. Sloan, setting an anchor on the island to create a sideways rift, a crack in the sky that merges two realities at once to enable their return to the island and regain control of the 0 point. Yet the imagined order had never truly left. Scattered across each of the island's biomes stood towering structures built from spire stone, each one engraved with ancient runes and the Io's insignia, guarded by silent assassins. These were the remnants of the Order, operatives left behind to study the spire's secrets and protect the island while the higher command operated from afar. But not everything could be hidden. Echoes of the Foundation's sacrifice still lingered among the towers, and at the heart of it all was John Jones. Once a loyal IO agent, now fractured. He had been looped countless times, sent on mission after mission, and with every escape attempt, a snapshot was made, a version of himself stripped of memories, left behind for the IO to observe and experiment on. It was these Jones variants who first sensed the darkness rising from within the spire, a force they had felt before. The Primal Age was drawing to a close, and the island's darkest days were returning. Long ago, the cube had attempted to drain the 0 point's energy. After its destruction, the IO stored the remnants of the cube deep within their bridge facilities. The same facilities shattered by the spire's sudden emergence. But one shard of the cube had survived, hidden in the spire's core all along. Its runes, etched into the spire's stone, corrupted everything they touched. Now, the 0 point's spire followed those same commands, transforming the center of all existence into a beacon of darkness. Darkness, however, still needed a vessel. With control over time through the 0 point, the dark force manipulated Raz's entire existence, reshaping his memories, his past, his purpose. He became their chosen acolyte, and his destiny was clear: retrieve the spire's core. And he did, at an unimaginable cost to both himself and the island. Soon after, as the imagined order returned to Reality Zero, a helicopter crash rocked the island. But then, something new emerged. A mysterious voice began broadcasting across the island's frequencies.
Hello? Of course, nobody's answering, because nobody's listening, stupid. Sorry, trying to call myself stupid less. Oh, this is stupid, though. I think the longer I go without sharing this, the bigger and scarier I'm making it seem in my head, which is ridiculous, because I saw what I saw. No amount of time is going to make people think I'm any more or less sane. Okay, now I am being stupid. I should just say it. Just say it. I've been seeing UFOs in the sky for months. Okay, alright, great, cool. I said it, and I'm still alive, and actually feeling good. Woo! Sharing. I've seen UFOs. Flying saucers. There, said it again. The thing that gets me is that we've been warned. The aliens have been like, look at our ships, hi! And we're like, oh, not today, my friends, not today. But I don't think we can pull this off forever. I think it's happening. I think it's happening, and I think it's gonna be very, very bad. Dr. Sloan from the I.O. has this to say. Cease all communications with and discussion of alien matters immediately. Uh-oh. Sounds like someone knows something. Well, tell me who you are and what the I.O. is, and maybe we'll have a deal. Hey, look, if you know who this Sloan weirdo is, can you message me? She will not back off, and she is really freaking me out. Seriously. Please. I don't know how much time I have. I am not quitting. I am not stopping the show. And anyone who says so is lying! Hi, everyone. I'm back. I'm fine. Be careful. Please. There's not a lot I can say, but keep watching the stars. Be careful. Please.
The island is certainly no stranger to strange phenomena. Never before have we seen anything quite like this.
We've run things successfully for thousands of years. We, the imagined order, facing crisis after crisis without a single failure. But since Jones betrayed us, now it's clear. He wasn't working alone.
All right, listen up. We don't have much time. We now stand at the brink of war. With an enemy we do not understand. We face impossible odds. And invaders within our ranks. But we have something they don't. A reason to fight. Whether you've always been here, or you're a visitor from another star, this island is ours. And if it's war they want, we'll give it to them.
The imagined order has fully returned to the island, just in time to face a new threat, an alien invasion. Raz's discovery of the darkness within the spire had awakened a different kind of evil. Soon, entire locations and people across the island began to vanish, abducted by the massive mothership hovering overhead. Meanwhile, Jones, still trapped in the loop, was determined to help. In a risky move, he disguised himself as a cow to be abducted on purpose, hoping to infiltrate the alien systems. The aliens began scanning the minds of loopers, searching for knowledge of the island's past and the secrets of Reality Zero. But just as disaster loomed, our ever-watchful protector, the butterfly intervened once again, pulling the plug and saving us at the last second. With help from Dr. Sloan, the IO began crafting a plan to end the invasion. By predicting the next section of the island the aliens would abduct, they prepared to sneak hundreds of bombs aboard the mothership, along with one critical asset, us. The Loop's strongest operative would be sent alongside the explosives, tasked with arming them from within. And once inside, there would be no turning back.
Welcome to the operation. The aliens are about to start their meeting production. Here we go. What they don't have is that we've attached explosives to all their targets. You go to design bombs for bombs and make sure they do their job. Okay, go on.
They didn't arm you, and troops are everywhere. They might be onto us. I found the abduction chamber housing the bombs. Once this patrol passes, I'll get you out of here. Okay, go. We don't have much time. Give me a moment. I got it. Let's go. If you get seen, get across the bridge as quickly as you can. You've been spotted. Keep moving. Give me a second to think. There's a transport tube up ahead. That may work. There. That transport tube will get you past their patrols. These aren't intended for organics. Let's hope that's not an issue. Seem to be safe. For now, stay alert. There should be another transport tube ahead. Looks like I'll have to reverse the airflow. Give me a moment. Hold on. Just need to get things ready on my end. You keep those backpacks near the bombs. Okay, I'm gonna start the arming sequence. Wait, what's happening? The signal was cut off. I'll figure this out. Just stay alive. This is impossible. We thought it was gone for good. Last time it nearly destroyed the island. Played your part, now I have to play mine. We are fighting a war in which we are hopelessly outgunned. I won't bring you home. Not if there is a chance that thing can make it back to the island. Over and out.
With the bombs moments away from detonation, the most shocking twist is revealed. The aliens were never the real threat. They were merely an enslaved army, controlled by something far more powerful, an ancient looming force known only as the Last Reality. This was their plan the whole time. Their true goal was to conquer the entire island and harness the 0 point, using its power to destroy every reality in existence.
We gotta look! I think I found something. Come here, quick!
K9, you have said that like 5 times already.
I told you, I knew exactly where they were. Doing all right?
Each of us were given a clear task by Dr. Sloan. I deal with the enemies, you gather any survivors from the mothership crash. So far, 1 survivor.
We're waking up! We got to move!
After you unboxed them from the big ship surprise, cubes infested the whole island. Thanks for that. Alright, give it a rest. Oh, before I forget, I'm Doggo, and this is my colleague Gunner. He's my best friend. I'm not super used to being a search dog, but I'd say I'm doing pretty good for my first day.
Debatable. I much preferred you working under the ground.
Don't get caught by those troops. You're not gonna like it.
Hey, Saucer, Mari here. Hot Saucers extraordinaire. Remember when I told you not to trust Sloan? Well, whispers tell me her big elusive boss just got up from his throne. He's closer than ever.
If you can stick with those IO enforcers, they're gonna be your key into the bunker. Once you're in, I can kick off our plan. The Order has been backstabbing folks like you for too long. Sloane's got it coming.
Oi, buddy, you good? I'm starting to like you, and I'm worried they'll get rid of you once we bring you to them. So, here you go. If they try anything, just use it to get back to the loop.
Those legs aren't going to walk themselves, you know! Move!
I'll handle this one.
All remaining survivors must be returned to the bunker as soon as possible. I'm looking at you, Gunner.
Is the blade almost ready?
Patience. Doesn't seem like your enforcers have found our traitor yet.
I think I know where he is. I see you, Jones.
I'm not here.
Guards.
Mari again, just checking back in. Not to ruin the surprise, but in a few minutes, the aliens are gonna storm that bunker. I need you to be on the inside when they do. One of the aliens will come inside with a device attached to him. It's okay, he agreed to it. What I need you to do is get it off him and activate it when I tell you. Sound cool?
Hey, over here! Been a while, buddy. How are you? Oh, wait, no talking. Right. Well, I have been doing okay. Got abducted by those aliens for a bit, but it happens to the best of us. And now I'm here. Just awesome, am I right? Not too sure what Sloane's preparing for me outside, but I'd say it isn't good. They've been working on some blade. Looks horrifying. Keep this between us, but some of the guards were saying Geno uses it to send people into the deep sleep. It's like a fake world, a controlled hallucination you can't escape. Maybe that's the real imagined order. I always worked overtime for the Order, so on second thought, the deep sleep actually sounds quite nice. See? It's all about perspective.
I must warn you, child. This blade contains a power beyond what you've ever...
I think I've got it.
Go on. Do it.
Mari again. I see you've reached the bunker. Awesome. And I also see my alien friend reached you. You grab the device off him, I'll start up our plan, and our party can continue without Sloan watching us. Go!
Geno?
What a name. The General. Pathetic.
Okay, now we're really at a last resort. Time for plan B. Good thing I made sure you were inside that bunker. You remember how Sloan put you on that ship, blew it up, and didn't get you safe on the ground? No? You must have hit your head or something. Sloan never liked you. So, surely you don't mind taking a little personal revenge on her, right?
I believe the fox has just found the rabbit.
They made it back out. They went back into the loop!
That traitor's not going anywhere. Find them, Sloan. Terminate them from my perfect world.
Known we'd return. You thought you saved your little reality. All you did was prepare it for us. So go on and gather what's left of your army. Ready your defenses. And know that when we are done, only nothing will remain.
Meanwhile, in an unknown reality, among the fallen cubes was one unlike the others, a golden cube pulsing with power. It began rolling across the island, merging with the others and spawning even more. Together, they moved with purpose, hunting for the 0 point. Meanwhile, the cube we once saved turned to light, remained still, waiting for its moment. The cube of our past returned, which, after being taken from time moments before its explosion, had since been powering Kevolution energy. After years of waiting beneath the surface, hidden beneath the plant, the cube finally broke free, rising to join its fellow cubes in their mission. At last, the golden cube located the 0 point, buried deep beneath the island center. As it hovered above the ground, the remaining cubes gathered. The person behind it all reveals herself, the Cube Queen.
The time for games is over. Leave nothing behind.
Together, they formed the Convergence, a swirling mass of energy that reshaped itself into a pyramid, pointing both into the sky and down toward the bridge where the 0 point lies. All around the island, bubbles began to appear, portals to a twisted dimension known as the Sideways. Like rifts, they revealed glimpses of a desolate alien wasteland. Inside, the last reality grew stronger. This place was their home. Meanwhile, far from the chaos, the Foundation awoke. Disoriented, he found himself in the harbor of Gotham City. The last place the 0 point had been aligned to following Batman's escape. And now, the fight to save all realities was just starting.
I'll be there as soon as I can, Superman. Don't let anyone go through that rift.
Easy for you to say.
I'm picking up energy from the 0 point here in Gotham. You're going to tell me who you are. How you got here. And what you think you're doing in my city.
The Foundation and Batman clash in a brutal fight, each mistaking the other for an enemy. Batman accuses the Foundation of being part of the group that trapped him in the loop. He demands answers, explaining how he reached the 0 point and barely escaped. But the Foundation stops him. He reveals he's not with the imagined order, but in fact, their greatest enemy. He and Batman are allies now. They just don't know it yet. The Foundation explains that he's the leader of a resistance group called the Seven. Their mission? To stop the imagined order, free the 0 point, and destroy the loop once and for all. What the IO is doing isn't natural. They're not just manipulating time and memory. They're kidnapping beings from across realities, stripping them of their pasts, and forcing them into eternal conflict. Worse still, their actions threaten the balance of the entire Omniverse. The Foundation tells Batman the origin of it all. In the beginning, there was nothing. Then, a burst of pure creation, the 0 point. It gave birth to all realities, every universe in existence, and the first to discover it was Gino. Gino studied the 0 point, unlocking its secrets. He formed the Imagined Order, a young girl who once dreamed of joining the Order, rose to become one of its highest-ranking members. Gino had one goal: to build his dream world, a perfect society under his control. To resist the Loop's memory wipe, the Foundation wears a specially designed suit that shields him from its effects. As enemies attack in the streets of Gotham City, Batman and the Foundation fight side by side. But in the chaos, the Foundation is thrown through a rift, returning him to Reality Zero. His helmet is damaged and time is running out. Then, the loop resets. Batman manages to close the sideways rift. Meanwhile, the Foundation sets off to his home to plan their next step in saving reality. Back on the island, as the Cube Queen seizes control, the Loopers prepare for war, building a base and bracing for her next move. Just before the battle begins, the Light Cube appears, forming a protective shield around the base as the Queen launches her attack.
personnel to escape.
Wake him up. You just had to be the hero, Jones. You know what happens to heroes?
They, live to fight another day?
Not this time. Do it.
No, don't do it. Don't.
This isn't personal, Jones. Although I do plan to enjoy it. Would someone see what that is?
impossible. I watched you die.
I got over it.
You came back for me.
You promised me Jeno.
Well, love you too, buddy. Okay, so what's the plan? Great plan.
Shoot anyone who tries to stop me.
Tries to stop you from what?
Taking us to the other side.
What? Oh, I am deep in this.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Could you maybe speed it up?
You want faster? Go.
How is this not helping?
Main console, gyro system, disable it.
On it! How do I do that?
Figure it out.
Figure it out, he said. Oh, got it. Whoa, whoa!
It's done. Initiate phase 2.
Looper spotted. That is our way in. Hold them off. All right, everyone, fall back. Area secured. See you on the other side. Everyone follow me to the bridge. We'll be safe there. Heads up! I know another way. Guys! What a day, am I right? Careful, edges are hot.
Rotation at 30 degrees.
This is the epicenter of the island, you guys. We're safe here.
Warning. Rotation at 45 degrees.
That's the last one! We did it!
Where's my gun?
Okay, I may have dropped it in the 0 point.
Why does she make me keep saving you? Good, you made it. And you brought the loopers.
The surface is lost, but we should be safe here.
Warning. Rotation at 60 degrees.
You call this safe?
It'll hold. It's rated for 1,000 times atmospheric pressure.
Well, what about that?
You ready to swim? suppose I owe you an explanation. We've all been through a lot the last few years, and there's much more you don't even remember. You've all fought the good fight. But until we set the 0 point free, we'll be facing threats like the last reality, and worse. There will be no escaping it. That's why I need your help to destroy the imagined order. As long as they're exploiting the 0 point, everything is in danger. With your help, we can free ourselves from this place and leave the loop for good. We can all